This is a fight that's been talked about for a long time. Yourself and James Gallagher. Only a few days out now. How are you feeling?
I feel good, man. You know, I called for this fight right when I fought Ricky Bandejas when I got in the show. So Bellator 222. You know, I basically made this fight. You know, I talked it into fruition. Now, you know, I have it. I'm right in Dublin, and I'm excited, man. You know, right? You know, I'm ready to take over the Jimmy Show.
What's it like? Obviously, coming into enemy territory, we're only across the road here. James has fought here headlines a good few times. He's a big following here. What's it going to be like for you preparing for that and fighting here Friday night?
It's nothing, man. It's nothing more than any fight. You know, you still have to fight. So we're gonna go out there. We're locked in the cage for 15 minutes. All the other outside nonsense is nothing to me. You know, I fought in front of the Super Saitama Arena in Tokyo, Japan, in front of 40,000 people. So I think this sits 8,500. I fought in front of Madison Square Garden against Ricky Bandejas. He's from 45 minutes away in New Jersey, 22,000 people. I fought for the world title in front of nobody. You know what I mean? It's up and down, it's hills and valleys, but it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when, man. You know, I always come to perform.
I would ask you just about the stand-up and the grappling. Obviously, the grappling, both of you guys were absolutely phenomenal grapplers with lots of finish. The finishes there as well. How would you, can you break it up to me, first of all, the striking matchup between you and James, and then the grappling matchup between the two?
I think I'm better in every aspect. Like I said, look at the guys he's fought, and then look at the guys I've fought. You know, it's cool that he can go and submit those guys, but put him up against my guys that you know, the 14 people that I fought, and tell me he would go submit those guys and not go lose to Tony Gravely, to Andre Ewell, to Yuki Matoya, to Juan Archuleta, to even Ricky Bandejas. We've seen how that played out. The grappling, I'm everything he's ever wanted to be, and in the striking, you know, we'll see. You know, I've made improvements just like he has. He's went to James Krause. You know, I went to Extreme Couture. I've worked with Eric Nixon. I work with Eddie Brascio. I work with Dewey Cooper. So we'll see, man. You know, I've been preparing just as much as he has. And in the past, I've worked with Six Gun Gibson in my striking too. So we're going to see a whole multitude of skills here.
What do you think would be the main changes for you in your striking? Because we've seen in the last, obviously, there are absolute fights with power striking, you know, hooks when they land, you know, just hurt people all the time. Is it more tactical and technical you're getting, or what way have you changed?
I don't really feel like I've showed my true striking because I'm so good on the ground that I'm always chasing the takedown. You know, I mean, look at how much time we've really had on the feet except from Juan. You know, Juan, I got a little bit tired because I was on his back for 2 rounds trying to finish the world champion. So, well, at the time, the world champion. So, you know, then trying to fight him, 3 rounds stand up after going, you know, a 5-round fight's a much different dynamic. So I feel like the striking, that's not a true testament, you know what I mean? When, you know, if I'm a little tired in the 4th and 5th round, I think that's, you know, more of a cardio issue. But striking, you know, I feel like it's going to be tactical. I feel like, you know, I could clean my shots up a little more, and I feel like I can touch his chin, man. We've seen him get hurt. We've seen him get knocked out. And you've seen me get hit by power punchers like Juan Archuleta. You've seen me get, you know, take him too. And I don't take a step back, man. You know, I've never been hurt myself. I mean, he might have hit me to my body, but I'm never hurt, man, you know. I mean, I'm walking forward, so, you know, we'll see on Friday night.
Patchy, they do say that the Irish fans are the best fans in the world. Obviously, you're coming into enemy territory, but is that something that you will cherish, the sound of the crowd coming in as you make that walk?
I cherish the Irish fans out here, man. I think it's going to be great. All the Irish fans that I've talked to, they're nothing but respectful. And, you know, you have to be respectful, and you have to give it back. Just because he's one of the guys out here and he waves that flag. You know how many people that told me they want me to kick his ass? Just Irish people from around, you know, walking around the area, they know me too, you know. So not everyone's with the brash and the arrogance, you know. A lot of them are. But not, you know, the true MMA fans that see it for what it is, they're not there for that, you know. To talk disrespectful, to not, you know, you see how he treats other people, just not other people, you know. I mean, the janitors here, the people that are here, man, he treats everybody like they're less than him, you know. I treat everyone like they're my equal, man, you know. So I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to be myself. I'm going to show respect for myself, my family. And after I beat him up on Friday night, I'm going to go help him up off the cage. I'm not going to flex on him like Ricky. I'm going to give him a helping hand, man. And I'm going to steal those fans that, you know, that you know, cherish him so much. I feel like they'll bat their eye towards me next.
And is this number 1 contender fight for you as well?
Well, if it's a number 1 contender fight for him, and that's what they're telling him, I couldn't see how I wouldn't get the same reciprocation with the better accolades. So, of course I want it, but I don't feel right jumping the other guys, you know. Like, you know, Rufian Stotts did his work. Juan Archuleta's done his work, you know what I mean? He has a win over me, and now Horiguchi's back. So I'm going to let that play out. And after this fight, you know, Friday is the only thing I'm focused on. And then after that, hopefully they do $1 million tournament. They throw us all in there, and we could fight over $1 million in that belt.
James sort of famously had a couple of fights fall out here. Of course, your fight with James in May didn't end up happening. How confident are you, or a day out from the weigh-ins, that this actually is going to happen on Friday night?
Oh, this is going to happen on Friday night. We're both here. We were ready to fight on Monday when we got here. You know, there was a scuffle in the lobby. You know, he keeps coming up to my face. But to be honest with you, I keep it respectful and classy, man. I don't have nothing to say to the guy. He can chirp all he wants, but he can't get close to me. You know, that's the only thing. You get close to me, man, you know. I'm going to put my hands on you. You don't come threatening me. Don't come close to me in that sense. So he can chirp all he wants. He keeps his ass away from me. Then we're there on Friday night, man, and we'll give these fans what they want, right? The fans want to fight, and that's what we're going to give them, man. We're going to blow the roof off that building.
Tell us what went through your mind when you got the call that he was not going to be available for that fight back in May? Because obviously that was a huge card. There was a lot going on there, and obviously you have to take on a lesser opponent.
Not a lesser opponent, man. That guy had 7 fights in the UFC. He fought guys that fought for the UFC world title. James wouldn't have beat that guy. Albert Morales, his record is what it is because of the opponents he's fought. Look at the opponents James fought, you know, and look at who Albert Morales has fought. Had I pulled out the fight, James would have never fought Albert Morales. And to be honest with you, the only thing I never understood by it is why did he pull out the fight? You know, there's no, it says undisclosed reasons on every single thing that you could find on the internet. Why did he pull out the fight? There's no real legitimate injury. He pulled out because he wanted a hometown advantage and he knew that they were going to come back to Dublin. And now we're here in Dublin. I chased him all the way here. So now it's happening. And I don't mind that I had to run through another guy and I had to wait this long because I feel like he should have fought me in May. I was less healthy in May. I made it to the fight because I needed to make it to that fight. And now I'm 100% healthy. I'm confident. My mind's right. My weight's right. Now I'm coming for him, man. And now he's got to deal with me. All them fans, everything else. He's locked in a cage with me for 15 minutes. Now I got him.
I got to speak to you in Madison Square Garden about James Gallagher, and you were looking for the fight then. But as we were leaving, you turned to me and you said, "Mark my words, he won't take this fight." What do you think has changed that he's now taken the fight with you?
I mean, it's took 2 years, man. 2 years. I beat the guy that knocked him out in 60 seconds. If he wanted the fight then, he could have got to fight me then. Does that make sense? So it took him 2 years to, you know, he says he's got, you know, these big balls of his, right? How come it took you 2 years to sign the fight, James? You know, 2 years. That's a long time. He picked it when he thought he was ready. He wanted to get older. You know, he wanted to make more money and fight a lot of journeymen and just stack in his bank account because he gets paid ignorant for doing whatever job because he's a salesman. But, you know, I'll give him credit. He's good at business. He's good at promoting. And that's the main reason why I wanted to fight him. So much respect to him on that side. You know, he's been able to sell this fight, and I've been able to relax and not really do much. You know, I did a lot of talking to get the fight. But since the fight's been, you know, since we got this fight, it's not much more talking out of me, man. I'm going to be there on Friday night.
Patchy, I spoke to Peter Queenie last week. He said it was his first fight against Patchy in the hotel all that week. You and Jay had a big release at the end. Why do you think there is so much battle between you?
I don't know him through a stranger in the street, man. To be honest with you, like I said, I'm going to beat him on Friday. I'm going to lend him a helping hand and help him up. I do not know him through a stranger in the street. I don't have any bad blood towards him. I don't see anything when I see him, you know. The only bad blood is that he keeps talking to me and keeps talking about me. You know what I mean? Like I said, once I got this fight, you know, it's more about his name. There's prestige around the name James Gallagher. That's what I want, you know. It's got nothing to do with actually who he is, or I don't care what, you know, I don't really care about him as a person at all. So that's the thing. I think when you could break it all down and do that, his mental edge that he thinks he has, that's all a facade. It all goes away. It's because he grew with Conor, and this is how they do it. But it's all fake. It's not real. It's just a persona. So when we get in there, the skills are going to do the talking, not his mouth.
Could I just ask you, hi Patchy, how are you doing?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Could I just ask you, from your perspective, is this fight, from your perspective, won and lost on the feet?
Pardon?
In the stand-up?
No.
Won and lost in the stand-up?
No, not at all, man. I mean,
Surely your game is better in the stand-up than his?
Oh, won and lost. No, I feel like I'm better as a full mixed martial artist. We don't break this MMA game down to just stand up, clinch, or ground. It's everything put into one. It's a whole mix of things. So I'm the more well-rounded MMA fighter. And everyone thinks like our ground games are going to cancel each other out. If our ground games were able to cancel each other out, he would have done what I did to Ricky Bandejas, got on his back, and strangled him. He took Ricky Bandejas down, and Ricky was able to sweep him and get back to his feet. I touched Ricky one time and swallowed him, finished him in the first grappling exchange, and I'd have done it 100 times in a row. If he was in the gym with me, I'd finish him 5 times in a 5-minute round. So, you know, I'm out there to show mainly that there's a level disparity on the ground because I'm a great ground fighter. And since I've worked with Jake Shields, I've only gotten better. So, I think that he thinks that he's going to be able to handle me on the floor, on the mat, and, I beg to differ.
You do angry very well, don't you? Like deep inside you.
No. Just a facade, man.
Yeah,
Just to
no,
get you to
but
go
you're
out
an
there.
angry man deep inside.
No, not at all. No, man. You ask anyone that knows me, man, I'm one of the nicest people. I'm
I
a
know
friendly.
that, but there's anger inside you.
No, it's a facade, man. It's to get you to go out there in front of people. It's to get you to. It's just like he does this. That's my way of my gamesmanship. That's my sort of intimidation. That's my way to get someone. Let's say, maybe I'm revealing too many secrets here, but
but with that crowd, like you're saying at Madison Square Garden or in Japan, that atmosphere, can you draw on it as well? Are you looking for
yes, man.
drawing
I
on it?
love it, man. Like I said, I fought in the Super Saitama Arena. I fought in Madison Square Garden. That had double, triple the amount of people here. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. They think that I'm not ready for it or something. Maybe he thinks I'm not ready for it, but if anyone knows me, man, like, maybe not angry. I am emotional, but that's what I've made my whole life and my career on, is being emotional, being like, that's the type of person I am. I could never change that.
That's what
So,
about you, man.
yeah, I'm emotional, but it's not anger, man, Even after I win, man. Normally after I win, man, I shed tears backstage. I cry. I hug my coaches. And it's tears of joy. It's tears of, all the hard work, all the, those hours that we all put into this. It's not just me. I have an army of people behind me. So, and you know what? No matter what happens, even no matter what, like let's say, Weidman, you kick a leg and you break it. No matter what, I have people there to pick me up. I have people there that love me. So I'm able to do what I love, and I'm grateful for that, man. Coming from a job, I used to work in a middle school and elementary school with, I worked in a self-contained room. I worked with kids with disabilities for like 5 years, man, 4 or 5 years. And, I'm grateful to be physically able to do this, physically able. I used to love my job, but, this is my job now full time. And I'm just grateful to be able to do it, My mom, my family's watching, and, I get to be able to make enough money to support, help my family, help my brothers and sisters. We don't come from much, man. So to be able to have this opportunity, that's it, man. That's why it's so emotional. It's not just for me. And I got an army on my back. So when these guys, and they're all chanting out there, they're not just chanting against me, man. I have a whole army on my back, man. It's a lot of people relying on me, and you're going to have to kill me to get me out of there.
Thank you.
After, have you any Irish in you?
No, man, no. That's what I was saying, right? But later, my grandfather, who he passed away a few years ago, and my mother as well, my biological mother, they gave me the name Patchy. So that's why I stick by it. You know what I mean? It means it holds grace to me. So my name is Patrick Mick. So but since they've given me that name, they've now they've passed away and stuff, but. That's where that name comes from, and I hold it grace. So that's why that's why I call myself Patchy.
Thanks very much.
Anytime.
Thanks, buddy.
Anytime.